Good midday, folks. So today we are sticking around the farm. Had about, it depends on where you were. I've seen anything from ½ inch to 2.5 inches of rain last night. So here on the farm we got, I think we got about just over ½ inch. So yeah, I hauled in a load of the one load of wheat that we got that I harvested last Saturday, and for the rest of the day I'm going to be tinkering around. Got some rebar to put in on the pad here. We gotta put the rebar in. This is where the trucks are gonna drive onto for unloading. So yeah, trucks will drive in. We were gonna put a pit in there, but the money situation the way it is in farming, we just can't afford to run a big expensive pit. So we're just gonna pour a pad, and then we're gonna continue to use our little stub auger here. But having it on a pad, it'll make it worlds easier and try to move this thing around on gravel. So yeah, we got all of our wheat seed for this coming year. This is only a quarter of it. I think we're putting in about 350-ish acres. So hopefully end of the week we'll start getting going on that. And I think since the last, obviously you guys haven't seen the crop since our last videos, but we are on the home farm here. We had just an amazing looking crop. I mean, this corn was looking just stellar, and then we got hail. So as you can see, it just shredded the leaves. The only good part about it all was the corn was already pollinated, so that helped us out quite a bit, so we didn't have a complete loss. But what happened is, instead of filling out a full cob, we got a tip back now just about on every one. Or I've checked fields of the same variety like a mile away, and the corn is all the way filled out all the way to the tip, looking just fantastic. And it's still a good cob on it, but each cob has something going on with it now. We got a little bit of disease coming in. You see all this brown spots here, it's all bruising from the hail. See the stalks here, they're all bruised up. So key thing we got to watch for now is that the stalk integrity stays until we can at least get it down under 30% and take it off. So, but we do have some decent stuff here, some decent crop. This one's not so bad, but now basically all we're doing is hoping that it gets down to a black layer and dries down. And so we had, let's see, we had 1, 2, I think we had 3 cornfields, which is about 100 acres. It got hit with the hail, and then we had some of our beans got nailed. So beans not bad, beans can take a lot of punishment. But yeah, I'll try to get a video of them beans a little bit later if I have to leave. But I'm just trying to do a little cleaning up. We got a pile of tires to get rid of. Just trying to make things a little bit easier to move around. We had a good storm, windstorm. We had 70-mile-an-hour winds came through here as well. As you can see, if you look down some of the rows here, you can see how the stalk actually curves. You can see there's some wind damage, This crop has been through the ringer, I can tell you that right now. It has been beat and beat some more. So I guess anything that we can get off of it is gonna be a plus, especially how it went in on the best conditions going in. I mean, we had a little bit of damage from the hail and from the wind. Tarp got ripped off our grain cart. So we got insurance coming out, take a gander at that. And then on the back of our pole shed, we had the wind and the hail. The wind the hail beat the piss out of it. And you can see just dents all over it, which insurance won't cover because it's cosmetic. But you can see in between the two big doors there, the wind was pushing so hard that it actually bowed it in. But oh well, what are you gonna do? Insurance rules the world, it seems like. Insurance and politics. So I don't know if it could show up on camera, but all the hail dents, and then two big sliders. So yeah, that's about it. Still got the old 3020 sitting here. Gonna be a winter project, I think. Probably get it in the shop, see if we can't find a new motor for it. For those of you who don't remember, there's a hole I got pushed through the side of the block. So really want to get it back going. We actually kind of miss it. It's a nice little utility tractor for mowing and stuff like that. So yeah, we'll get going and see what we can get done today. All right, time to go home, I guess. We got the slab that we're gonna pour. That's all rebarred and reinforced, formed up, ready to go. Hopefully Thursday or Friday we'll get that poured. We got this auger moved up here to the shop. This is our wet bin auger. This the trucks dump into this auger and it takes it up into that first bin right there. Or if we don't need to dry anything, what we're gonna do now is cut a hole somewhere in the bottom of the pipe with a door that can slide open or close, so we can dump straight into the leg, and then it'll go up to whichever bin we decide we want to go to. But right now what we're doing is we got a bearing out on the bottom here, and what we're going to end up doing is building a we want to enclose it so we have no corn waste. Usually we just put this into a hopper, it just sits in it, and we tarp it, and doesn't look the best, and corn still leaks out and all that. So what we want to do is enclose it all and just have a hole cut out in the middle for our little stub auger to dump into. That way we can make it pretty big, almost like a little mini pit above ground, I guess, and then make it so everything flows into it, so there's nothing that will really be on the bottom or ever stay in there to rot or anything like that. So that's probably going to be Jason's project. He seems to be the fabricator right now. The other little project we got going on is we got our old 930 flex head. We were using it as parts for whatever would work on our new head, our new 635, but now we decided that we're going to rebuild this thing, mainly for the simple fact that we got enough work for 2 combines in soybeans and then 2 combines in wheat. And since the windows seem to be getting shorter and shorter on time, we are going to try to keep we're keeping both of our combines, and we're going to try to run two headers with the grain, or 2 combines with the grain cart on beans, so we can get beans wrapped up in a week and a half, rather than spreading it out for so long. So what we got going on with this here, there's a plate that goes on the bottom of here with a big gearbox, and that was all cracked, and so we took that apart, having that beefed up. Try to get some pictures or videos of it as we're putting it back together. So now I'm not sure if you guys can hear me, but so this is where the pads are going to be going, or is. Ran the rebar across, and then we put some more fencing wire right here in this spot, because this is where the semi-loaded trucks are going to be going over most of the time. So we really reinforced this here, and that end over there is just where that wet bin auger is going to go up to there, and this is where that 30-foot bin is going to go. Like I said, we do all this ourselves. So if any of you people out there are like, why on earth are you doing it this way? It's because it's the farmer way, and we can't afford to hire anybody to do it, so that's why we got the rakes and the shovels, and we got no payloaders or hose or anything like that. It's all manual, hard labor, until someone donates me like $3 million to buy a bunch of toys. So that's what we got finished up on today. Right here it's going to be a step down. Reason being is if we ever get a newer dryer and a bigger one, we're gonna pour this slab first, and then we're gonna pour this to extend this out, and then we'll pour the grain bin floor. So right now I'm gonna head over. One of my nephews has a football game against where I used to go to high school, so I'm gonna head over there. My wife's gonna meet me there with the 2 kids, and we're gonna watch him play. See how that goes. I don't know. It's always weird going back to your old high school for some reason. I don't know why. For me it is anyways. I don't know, maybe for other people they like it. Me, it's just weird. So yeah, put something together for tomorrow. Not quite sure what tomorrow's gonna bring. I know we have to run and move our big articulate tractor, because they're coming to put 2 new tires on that thing tomorrow, or 2 new used tires, I guess, until we figure out what we're gonna do with that tractor. We need all new rubber going all the way around it. That's like 12 grand. But this tractor is just a tad bit underpowered for that Degelman that we pull for tillage. So we've been kind of kicking the idea around of going with like a 9400 tractor. Just because for us, we need the speed and the horsepower, and the 9400 has the horsepower, and having it on tracks, it's a lot smoother than bouncing your way through the field at a higher speed. And tires is more smooth, it gets a better job, you can go a little bit faster. And with that Degelman, it seems like the speed is all that it's about. It does such a nicer job when you can hover around that 10-mile-an-hour mark. So that's kind of what we're kind of kicking the idea around. We're thinking maybe a 9420, but price tag goes up quite a bit. We can find a 9400 to replace our 9200 for pretty cheap, and we actually don't mind not having the power shift transmission in it. And power shift is nice, it's easy, but having the other transmission that we have in the 9200, I think it's a 24 gear with the high low on the thumb or on the handle. That seems to be just fine. So yeah, that's kind of what we got going on. I'm going to move that tractor over to get the tires put on it, and then maybe we'll move the combine over to where we're going to start cutting oats or something. I don't know, we'll figure it out tomorrow. But as for now, I'm going to go watch a little football, and please don't forget to subscribe, like it, help me out a great deal. So, thanks for watching these vids. I appreciate it, and we'll talk to you soon.